Hi, I'm Sandy and welcome to Sandy's Numerology. Today I'm going to be looking at currencies. I'm going to look at the rand, the pound, the dollar and the euro. Let's begin with the rand. The rand is born on the 14th of February. It's a Valentine's baby. So from 2018, on the 14th of February, the rand is much calmer in South Africa. Externally, it's all about goods, material, value, valuables, and it's actually not a bad year at all. But we go to 2019, where the rand's age is going to add to a 4, is where we are affected by external, and it switches from when you have an easier way of exporting and making money versus the high cost of importing. And 2019 is going to be much better. South Africa's rand internally is going to be much more favorable. And South African rand has been probably one of the most active currencies in the world for the past 2.5 years. Do I believe that we're going to get to a better price? I definitely believe by 2019 the rand is going to be at a much better price. 2018 is not too bad either. 2020 is where the difficulties come into play, and this is where our rand is affected by foreign powers, by the banks, by the word war, or a lot of politicking going on in the Northern Hemisphere, and that will all be at a time where America goes into a really bad time in 2019, and 2020 is not a good year for America either. If I go to the dollar now, the dollar is born on the 4th of the 4th, 1792, and 2017 is a good year. It's been a fairly okay year for the dollar. 2018 from April, very good year for the dollar, extremely good year for the dollar. But in 2019, which is the detriment year for America, born on the 4th of July, the dollar is going to be sliding backwards and forwards. It's going to be very, very erratic. And it can slip and slide from around the world and be affected by things from around the world. And just know that whenever a year adds to a 3, which will be 2019, America's in their life path year, so it's the same as 1929, and they had the Black Monday in September on the 29th, but also you go all the way through to 2001, where they had September 11th. Then you go to 2010, which was all about the banking crisis. It started with the property crisis before that, and 2010 was the banking crisis. So that is coming for them in 2019. If I push forward to 2021, the dollar is in detriment. Really, really bad year. So watch your baskets of where you invest. Don't have your investments just in one currency. The euro is born on the 1st of the 1st, 1999. And they've just come out of their life path year, and they're going into a personal 4 and into a 5 year. So the euro internally within the Northern Hemisphere in Europe is not good. There's definitely a lot of restructuring that's got to take place. There's a lot of consolidating, and the impact on the euro is not good, which will align the whole story about Brexit and the value of the euro affected by them, as well as some other countries that are going to be pulling out of the euro. Externally, the euro is not going to be doing well in 2018. A lot of difficulties in 2019, and tied back in to America and into the dollar. The euro's got a huge problem in 2019, both internally and externally. Can it survive? I have a feeling that the euro is not going to be of the greatest value. Be interesting if they bring back the Deutschmark. The pound is a July baby, and to describe the pound, it's like it gets defensive, that I'm need to protect myself and don't play around with me. It's been in a double 8 year, so the pound has been really, really good all the way through to July of 2018. From July, it goes into its life path, so the pound is just going to be coasting along. It's not going to be in high or low. But we've got to also remember we've got the Prince Harry and Meghan wedding happening in May. And it's quite a nice year for the pound, and it's quite a nice year for the UK. 2019, the pound is good. But 2020, the pound is starting to wobble. So if we tie all four of these together, the rand is improving, the dollar is improving, the euro isn't improving, and the pound is okay. So watch where you put your investments in foreign currencies. Thank you for watching Sandy's Numerology.